Let's talk some college.
I was about to say, you want to just transition straight into the college? We can get it going right now.
Let's get those college picks going, Parlay Pete.
Let's do it. We had a rough week in college too last week. Another 2-4. But like I said, it was probably the worst college football slate.
Oh yeah, that was terrible college football last week
that we fucking had. So we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off right. We're gonna take a dog. We got 1, 2, 3 dogs on the money line this week, plus a dog on the points. And we're not shying away. We're gonna touch some games. We got Oklahoma State at Iowa State. Matt Campbell. I'm pretty sure you saw the video of Matt Campbell. Hey, Matt, you're on the hot seat, and him turning around and taking offense to it. It's because he is on the fucking hot seat, and his guys are still suspended. I'm going to take Oklahoma State at Iowa State on the money line. They're dogs. Oklahoma State's not very good either, but we're going to just take them. I like them as a dog against. I think Iowa State's probably the worst team in the Big 12 this season.
Hey, Gundy's a better coach than Matt Campbell, by the way. Just throwing it out.
He should be. This is a game that he should win. So we're going to take Oklahoma State, even though they got embarrassed at home last week by Alabama State. I expect them to bounce back and beat Iowa State. They've got too many guys.
Did you say Alabama State?
South Alabama beat. South Alabama did beat Oklahoma State last week.
Oh, but okay.
They did. And I know that's why somebody would want to stay away from this. But we're not going to shy away from it. I see the value. Next, we got Colorado State at Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee played who again? Did they play us? They played UGA, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw that game, and they weren't too terribly bad. But they're at home, and this week they got Colorado State, who we just saw against Coach Prime and the boys. They're dogs. Colorado State's a dog. We're going to roll with Colorado State. I think that the momentum of showing that they could play with Prime in them is going to carry over for them for the rest of the season. I like them to beat Middle Tennessee State at Middle Tennessee. Point blank, period, to me. So we're going to take Colorado State, another dog. Next, we got Memphis at Missouri. I like the over 51 here. I expect there to be a ton of points scored. Missouri's not really that good of a defensive team, and Memphis does like to put up points. I just expect there to be a ton of points getting scored in this game. I think 51 is a low number. We're going to take the 51, over 51. Next, now we're getting to the big boys, probably the 3 most anticipated games of the week, and we'll go ahead and go in order. We got Florida State at Clemson. That's going to be your noon kickoff game that everybody's going to be tuned into. Florida State had a terrible fucking showing against Boston College. They did not cover the number for us last week. And, of course, Clemson, got dog walked by Duke in the opening week, and then they were losing to Charleston Southern at home in the first quarter. I like Florida State to win this game because I think that their national championship hopes kind of depend on it, to be completely honest with you. I think that they'll eke out a win. I'm not betting on Dabo. Put it that way. I can't bet on Dabo. We won't bet on Dabo. We've had too much to say about Dabo. He's going to have to make me walk it back and apologize just like I did on Coach Prime after week 1. And I'll gladly do it next week if they show me that they can put together a convincing win at home, but I don't expect to see it. I expect it to be more like when Jameis Winston went to Clemson and there was that big matchup between him and I guess it was Taj Boyd at the time. Do you remember? That was like Jameis Winston's coming out party that national championship year. They were ranked 5. Clemson was ranked 3. And Jameis Winston, they won by like 50. They didn't win by 50 points, but it was like 55-17. It was a terrible game. Give me Florida State on the money line. Next, we got the 3:30 primetime game. We got Coach Wine and the Colorado Buffs headed to Oregon in Eugene for Phil Knight to start talking to Prime about re-releasing those shoes again. Shout outs to Lee. Shout outs to both Adam Lees. How about that?
Hey, shout out to Big Adam.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Colorado plus 21.5. The line is 21, so we're buying half a point because just to spare the expense of if it is exactly a 3-touchdown game. I like Colorado to cover. I don't know why they're laying that many points on them. I guess because Hunter's out, but I kind of like Colorado to cover that spread. I think that they already had their kick in the pants game last week, even though they won. They had their kick in the pants game. I don't expect them to win this game, but at the same time, I like them to cover the 21.5. I just don't see them losing by more than 3 touchdowns. So we're going to go with Coach Prime in Colorado plus 21.5. And then finally, the big kahuna of the night, the top 10 matchup of the evening. We've got Ohio State at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a dog at home, and I believe that this is actually the year where they do fucking show up. and that Marcus Freeman does put together that game, because I am not a believer in Ohio State's quarterback. As great as the weapons are on Ohio State's end with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Ibuka, I just really don't see them getting it done. They've been so underwhelming. Notre Dame, to me, has a more potent offense. I really like Notre Dame to get it done. They're a dog as well at home. Give me Notre Dame on the money line.
All right. Let's go back through this thing. We got Oklahoma State on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado State on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis at Missouri over 51.
Yes.
Florida State on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Prime plus 21.5.
Hey, we're riding with Prime.
Notre Dame on the money line.
Yep. Those are the college football six packs for this week.
You like it? I love it.